who previously plied their trade here. Special times for both football clubs, particularly for Blackburn Rovers, because this run of 3 successive wins comes in the week where they celebrated their 150th anniversary. And head coach Valérien Ismaël is forced into changes from the 1-0 away win against Bristol City last Tuesday. First choice goalkeeper Balash Toth picked up a knee injury in that match. He's since undergone surgery and faces 3 months out. Ainsley Pears replaces him. They're also without captain Scott Wharton. Derby, no injury or illness issues for head coach Eustace. No surprise after 4 successive wins. It's the same starting 11 from Tuesday's 2-1 home win over Hull City. We pause now because this is Remembrance Weekend. We commemorate those British and Commonwealth Armed Forces members killed in all wars and conflicts worldwide.
And in the morning, we will remember them.
So the stage is set. Something has to give today. These two sides on magnificent runs. Valérien Ismaël, the head coach of Blackburn, said that even when results weren't going his side's way in the early weeks of the season, that they deserved better. He was happy generally with the performances, they just weren't getting the points. Now it's a different story. Came in to replace John Eustace, who moved to Derby. A move that Eustace felt he couldn't turn down to be closer to his family. He was a former Derby County player, but he was having a very good time of it here at Blackburn. Spent a year here. He was mounting a promotion challenge before he decided to make the switch. Kept Derby up, now looking for a 5th straight win. Amongst Blackburn's 3 successive victories, there have been a couple of clean sheets. They've beaten Bristol City, Southampton and Leicester in that run. 4 in a row for Derby has seen them vanquish Hull, Sheffield United, Queen's Park Rangers and Norwich. Referee today is Tom Kirk. And on his whistle, Derby County will kick us off. False kick-off. Blackburn a little eager. This should be lively. It was certainly a lively affair in this fixture last season. Blackburn won it 4-2. John Eustace was the Blackburn boss that day. In the reverse fixture, Derby won the home game 2-1. In fact, that was Eustace's first win as the Derby head coach. So we can count on both wins in separate dugouts last season. Goalkeeper just for a moment there, Pairs in no man's land. This is Carlton Morris, who's begun the season so well after his summer move from Luton Town. Keep an eye out for Derby County's number 9 today, Carlton Morris. Certainly hit the ground running. He's got 9 goals already in the league. Ryan Hedges with the Blackburn throw. Tidied up by Clark. Good possession won here by Blackburn. No way through there for Ohashi. Derby happy to hear the referee's whistle there. There was a foul on Callum Elder, Australian fullback. It's got clipped by Alabiosu. Matt Clark will take the free kick. 2 Clarks in the Derby starting 11. Matt the defender, Bobby in midfield. They decide they want Matt Clark to try and attack this free kick. So he's left the duties to Elder. Slow to close down here, Blackburn. Ozo. Matt Clark. Touch. Not the best there from Adjumang. The opportunity to hold up the play there for Derby. Watery sunshine above Ewood Park today. Forecast is for dry conditions throughout. Adjumang, the USA international. Summer signing from Charlotte FC. Got a good goal-scoring record for his country. 5 goals in 12 caps. He'll be hoping to continue that form for club and country and maybe bag himself a place in the USA squad for next year's World Cup. And of course, the States will be one of 3 co-hosts, along with Canada and Mexico. Got a couple of Japanese internationals in the Blackburn ranks. They'll be hoping to find some good club form to push themselves into contention for a place in the Japan squad for the finals. Ohashi and Morishita. Everybody's first touch being worked feverishly in the opening 5 minutes. Forward by Matt Clark. Hedges. Alabiosu. Forward by Henriksen. Morishita. Hedges. This is the Belgian, Deneve. Pass unnecessarily pacey. Morishita couldn't gather it in. John Eustace was asked this week about what sort of reception he would get. Well, it's not been hostile, let's put it that way. Blackburn fans were naturally disappointed when he left. Raised a few eyebrows to swap a promotion challenge for a relegation fight. The lure of Derby, too much to resist for Eustace. Huge turnover of players in the summer. He said the fact that they didn't all come in together various times in pre-season, sometimes during this season, new arrivals. It's taken time for the players to gel. He's been very happy with the recent form. This is Deneve, who's quick. Matt Clark's around to cover. Good initial work there from the Norwegian Langas to stay with Deneve. Alabiosu. Uzo's just felt something there. Top of his left thigh. The Crystal Palace low knees shaking his head. This doesn't look good for Derby. Just felt something there as he stretched to get there first. Pulled up pretty quickly. And the 20-year-old needs some attention here. He definitely felt something ping. With no injury or illness issues from the midweek win, Derby were quick to name a same starting 11, but they're already having to make a change inside 9 minutes. And David Ozo will play no further part. Ebu Adams will be his replacement. Really unfortunate. There's no contact on Ozo. It was just as he was stretching to make the first touch. He was covering well, the midfielder, and he just felt something go at the top of his thigh. And Adams, the Gambian international, will come on for the stricken Ozo. Very unfortunate for the young Crystal Palace loanee. In his second season on loan from Palace. So a straight swap in the centre of the Derby midfield. On comes Ebu Adams. First corner of the match is Blackburn's. Sean McLaughlin there, wearing the captain's armband, with Scott Wharton, the usual skipper, out injured today. It's a catching practice for Jakob Zetterström, the Swedish goalkeeper. I'm sure, like their opponents, Blackburn would have liked to have named the same starting 11 from last Tuesday's 1-0 win at Bristol City, but Valerian Ismail was forced into 3 changes. The Hungarian goalkeeper, very much first choice, Balázs Tóth, picked up a knee injury in that game, since had knee surgery, out for 3 months. As Derby make inroads here, positive inroads. Adjumang was looking for room for the shot. Adams to Elder. Useful cross, up goes Morris. And misses at the near side. The Derby captain, Carlton Morris, kind of service he'll be looking for, though. Couldn't test Balázs Tóth's replacement in goal for Blackburn today. His first start since April for Ainsley Pears. The other changes, the new arrivals, has seen Axel Henriksen come back into the starting 11. And so too Dion Deneve. Sondre Tronstad, normally a permanent fixture in the Blackburn midfield, is out owing to suspension. And as I mentioned, those injuries for goalkeeper Tóth and captain Wharton. Here's McLaughlin. Hedges rather, to McLaughlin. There was some thought that Blackburn might revert with the changes that Ismail had to make to a back 4, but Ryan Hedges is playing on the left of the 3, with Deneve ahead of him in the left wing-back position. Morishita trying to release the Belgian there. Here's Hedges. Sure, I've seen him play in a centre-back role before, wearing number 19, bottom of your screen. He'll tuck wide on occasions when they're in possession. When they're out of possession, he'll get in alongside player on the ball here, McLaughlin, and the other centre-back, Lewis Miller. Here's Gardner-Hickman. Late one, referee plays good advantage here for Derby. Goalkeeper commits, Pears! And the shot is wide from Brereton Diaz against his former club. Good look at the Derby opening goal there for Ben Brereton Diaz. Now Adams, who's only just come on for David Ozo, struggling there as he was caught late. Angle's not great for Brereton Diaz, and he never really dug the shot out, did he? It's not the best of challenges from Gardner-Hickman on Adams. The first opening goes to Derby and Ben Brereton Diaz. Had 5 years here in the colours of Blackburn. Very popular in his time here. Adams. Good news for Derby that he's upright, limping a little still. Morris. Matt Clark. Callum Elder. And foul. Hickman had a look at referee Tom Kirk and immediately waved play on. Adjumang. Adams. Langas. Matt Clark. Gardner-Hickman. What a responsibility in the absence of the suspended Sondre Tronstad alongside him. The heart of the Blackburn midfield. Gardner-Hickman on loan this season from Birmingham. Quarter of an hour gone, and just that one opening for Derby for Brereton Diaz a few moments ago. This is the final game ahead of the international break. Blackburn don't play until 13 days' time. A Lancashire derby at Preston immediately after that international break. They finish their November fixtures, home to Queen's Park Rangers and away at Wrexham. As Derby are afforded a free kick. Referee Tom Kirk just wanting a quiet word. Nothing overzealous there from Henriksen. Matt Clark has made his way forward for this free kick. In towards him. Beaten well in the air by Miller. This will drop for Carlton Morris. Bobby Clark. Wants the corner. Gets the corner. Talented player, Bobby Clark, just 20, on loan from RB Salzburg. Came through the ranks at Liverpool. Made his Premier League debut. Whilst on the books at Anfield at the age of 17. Played 6 times in the Premier League for Liverpool, Bobby Clark. Derby's first corner. And the header is in. And it's the captain, Carlton Morris, who hits double figures for league goals in early November. What a start to his career at Derby. And over 2,500 Derby fans at the Darwen end of Ewood Park celebrate. It's a really well-delivered corner from Callum Elder. And Carlton Morris attacks it so well. It's the perfect header. And the goalkeeper, Ainsley Pears, a spectator. Never saving this. Blackburn 0, Derby 1. Well, he wears a broad smile these days, Carlton Morris, after a torrid couple of seasons at Luton Town, which saw back-to-back relegations from the Premier League and the Championship last season. And he's very comfortable in the colours of Derby right now, Morris. What a superb header it was. Blackburn fans thought that was a foul by Matt Clark. The referee has ruled against Gudjonsson. Matt Clark. It's well judged by Ajiman. Away from Miller. He's quickly back goal side. Still Ajiman, corner Derby. Carlton Morris will be delighted with another quick corner after he worked that last corner so well. Beautiful delivery from Elder. Got the header it deserved from Morris. Lewis Miller with the marking jobs on Morris. Another good Derby corner. Forward by Elder. Straight through to Pez. Alabiosu. Pass out of the reach of Brereton Diaz. Here's Deneve. All the time in the world here for Gardner Hickman. Well, Blackburn fell behind in their last home game. Match that I covered a couple of weeks ago against Southampton. Came back to win 2-1. A couple of late goals that day. Alabiosu. Good challenge from Matt Clark. Lewis Miller does have a long throw. Australian international. Signed in the summer after a spell in Scotland with Hibernian. And he can really launch them. Got a flick off a Derby head. Thumped away by Joe Ward. Morris dealt well with the bouncing ball, but Hedges ahead of Brereton Diaz. Midway point of the first half. It's going well again for Derby County. Fifth win in a row would push them in and around, not quite in the top six, but certainly close to the playoff places. Alabiosu. Henriksen well covered by Elder. Here's Miller. Hedges. Deneve. Joe Ward covering well. Blackburn corner. Always had the look of an intriguing fixture, this one. Two bang-in form teams. It's been a good watch already. Miller, McLaughlin, waiting for the Gardner-Hickman delivery. Derby defend that well. It was a good flighted corner that from Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Morishita. Double kiss, goal kick. Good defending from Elder. Experienced fullback, Callum Elder. Third season now at Derby. There's the goal again. Perfectly timed leap. Knew he didn't have to get power on that, Carlton Morris. It's a cute header, isn't it? Just directing it into the far corner. Goalkeeper motionless. Pairs. Here's Morris again. Free kick though to Blackburn. Mentioned Blackburn's fixtures for the rest of this month earlier. A couple of weeks after this one before Derby play again at home to Watford. And then they finish November with 2 away games against Swansea and Middlesbrough. By the time they play Middlesbrough, they're very likely to have a new head coach because Rob Edwards was taken out of the Middlesbrough game today in terms of being in the dugout, being heavily linked with the vacancy at Premier League Wolves after they parted company with head coach Vitor Pereira. Morris not in agreement with referee Kirk's decision there. Here's McLaughlin. Hedges. Morishita. Now Miller. It's a loose one from Lewis Miller. Look says it all. Nice, crisp passing from Derby, and then it breaks down. Oh, was that obstruction by Langas on Ohashi? The referee didn't think so, had a good look, Tom Kirk. Blackburn haven't been able to get their centre forward into the game yet, Yuki Ohashi. I don't think he's had more than a couple of touches in the opening 28 minutes. Capable finisher though, if he can fashion the chances for him. Here's his countryman, Morishita. Nice drop of the shoulder away from Adams, looks for Ohashi. He's always looking to go to ground. There's a little stare from Langas at Ohashi there. He was trying to buy himself a penalty. Just watch how easy Ohashi goes down here. Looking for the penalty, never going to get it. Here's Gudjonsson. Appeals for handball against Matt Clark. Only Gudjonsson had his arms raised in blue and white. wonder whether that did brush the arm of Matt Clark, because the arm was well away from the body. Referee Tom Kirk not moved to give Blackburn the penalty. Gardner-Hickman. Miller. Valerian Ismail again was really unhappy with the passing from Miller. Turned away in disgust again, Ismail, as his side gave the ball away briefly. Here's Hedges. He's running into traffic there, Ryan Hedges. Oh, and he gets the award of the free kick. Derby not happy with that. We've got to get switched on again, because Blackburn were wanting to take the free kick quickly. The referee doesn't allow it. Was this handball? No, it wasn't. Came off the thigh of Matt Clark. Managed to get the arm out of the way in the nick of time here. Knew what he was doing. Blackburn have not threatened the Derby goal so far. It's been a quiet afternoon for Jakob Zetterstrom in the goal away to our left. Is that about to change? In by Gardner-Hickman. Derby with an injury here. To Morris, who felt the blow to the head there, but he's tough. Quickly upright again. Just a little clash of heads there. Lewis Miller with another long throw here for Blackburn. Away by Matt Clark. A loose one from Miller. Play opened up here for Adjumang. Lacks support, has to go it alone for now. Elder. And neither Morris or Brereton Diaz could read that cross. So far, this has been an excellent away performance from Derby, backing up their recent form. Gardner-Hickman. Sanderson. Matt Clark to Elder. Heels for handball and given against Brereton Diaz. Player who found out via social media that he had a Chilean background and has gone on to win over 40 caps for Chile. Won't be going to the World Cup though. They had a very disappointing campaign. Gardner-Hickman. Langas. It's too long for Brereton Diaz. Disappointing factor for Blackburn in this first half is how many times they've given the ball away. This is a little better. Morishita supported by Gudjonsson. This is Alabiosu. Adams stretching and concedes the corner. McLaughlin, Miller, looking for good delivery here. Two defenders up to attack Gardner-Hickman's corner. Drops here for Morishita. Looking for his second goal of the season. Ryoya Morishita. Three senior caps for Japan for Morishita. Colin Hendry, legendary ex-Blackburn defender, interested onlooker today. Kevin Gallagher marching on as well. Once wore the colours of Blackburn. Excellent striker. Langas. A head start on Morishita, which was important for the defender. A nice touch from Matt Clark. He's held up. Morris, Langas, now Ward. Look, a very confident unit at the moment, Derby. All departments working well. Gardner-Hickman, Hedges. McLaughlin. Space to turn here. Gardner-Hickman, here's Alabiosu. Good defending again from Elder. Not much has got past him at all in this first half. Blackburn cheekily trying to take the throw from about 20 metres back from where the ball went out. With a smile passing the lips of Lewis Miller. Worth a try, didn't get away with it. The latest long throw from the Australian. Out of play. Miller with another chance for a long throw here. Nothing on short. So far, Derby have dealt with these long throws easily. Do so again via Adams. McLaughlin. Time is the call to the Blackburn skipper today. The Irishman Sean McLaughlin. Hedges to Deneve. Well covered by Langas. Joined Derby last February. Sondre Langas came in from Viking Stavanger. He's conceded this corner. Taylor Gardner-Hickman will take. That wasn't the worst corner you've ever seen, and Derby did well to deal with it. That was whipped in with real venom by Gardner-Hickman. Flicked off the head. The Derby defender at the near post, and happy to see there wasn't a blue and white shirt coming in at the far. Miller's got strong arms, might need them today. He wants to drop this one in short. No offer, really. Now he gets it. Derby live to it. Elder again. Got the timing all wrong there. Morris with the header out for the clear by Adjimang. Bobby Clark felt he was obstructed there. Referee very close to matters, said no. A little over 4 minutes plus stoppage time left in the first half. Blackburn seeing enough of the ball, but kept at arm's length here by this well-drilled, well-marshalled Derby County side, defending very well as a collective. Hedges, McLaughlin, Gardner-Hickman from a long way out. That wasn't the worst attempt you've ever seen. Looking for his first goal in Blackburn colours, the Birmingham City loanee, Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Had some action on it, didn't it? A little lower. Might have been awkward for goalkeeper Zetterstrom. Best we've seen so far from Blackburn. Forward by Bobby Clark. Adams. He's done well here. Nearly dropped Adjimang's bustling run, and it very nearly dropped for Brereton Diaz, who was in support. Good work there from Adjimang. Asking a few questions of Miller. It's become routine to see long throws in the game. This one dropped in short eventually, though, by Elder. Ah, and the header from Adjimang. Straight at Pears. Goalkeeper would be grateful about that. He found plenty of room there, Patrick Adjimang. Got plenty behind the header, but Pears barely had to move a muscle to make the save. Lewis Miller. Foul by Sanderson. Spent time on loan at Blackburn last season. Dion Sanderson. Good work here by Ward. Ebou Adams. Now Morris. Nobody in the middle at the moment, has to delay. Turns out and finds Ward. In goes Ajimang, 2-0. Superb header from the USA international. Well, that'll have Maurizio Pochettino interested, the head coach of the USA ahead of the World Cup. This is a striker confident, in form for club and country, and stretches Derby County into a 2-0 lead at Ewood Park. And the goal scorer, the first of today, becomes the assist maker, Carlton Morris, helping in the assist. And it's Joe Ward's cross that's telling. And Ajimang says, this is mine. Most certainly was. Judged it much better than the right-back Alabiosu. And Ainsley Pears with no chance, the Blackburn goalkeeper. 2-0 Derby.
3 minutes at a time. 3 minutes.
Never a bad time to score a goal, but just shy of half-time as we step into a minimum of 3 stoppage time minutes. It's going to be a very contented Derby County dressing room at the break. They have been the better side, more measured in possession. It's been untidy, as I've mentioned, on a few too many occasions for the home team. They'll have to buck their ideas up now. Foul by Morris. Well, I mentioned over 2,500 Derby fans. If they'd been handed the opportunity, they'd have comfortably brought double that number today. That's the amount of tickets that they were given, just over 2,700 in total. All of them quickly snapped up. Hedges. McLaughlin. Morishita. Hedges to Morishita. Langas's touch, corner Blackburn. Opportunity to lift the mood in their dressing room at half-time with a goal back here. Derby fans not into the ground. Well defended by Ajimang. Blocked by Adams. Going to wait, I think, for Miller on the long throw. Nope, drops it in short. Eats up a few more seconds. Going to have to score from this attack, Blackburn, if it's going to be a deficit reduced. Rubber the green does not go Ohashi's way. And the 3 minutes of stoppage time have elapsed. The referee, Tom Kirk, blows the half-time whistle. Valérien Ismaël has some important words to impart in that Blackburn dressing room. Carlton Morris taking his tally of league goals to 10 this season. Added to, as we moved into first-half stoppage time, by a thumping header as well from Patrick Ajimang. At both ends of the pitch, Derby have been excellent. Happy return to John Eustace, the Derby head coach, on his first return to Ewood Park after leaving here. And his side lead 2-0 at the break. So Blackburn with plenty to do in the second half here at Ewood Park. Valérien Ismaël will not have been happy with much of what he saw in that first period, so Christy Montgomery, young midfielder, is going to be coming on for the home side at the start of this second half. I think they've missed Sondra Tronstadt at the heart of the midfield. They certainly missed their captain at the back. Scott Wharton out injured, along with first choice goalkeeper Balash Toth. No surprise to see Derby back out with the same 11, with and without the ball. They were excellent in that first half and not flattered by their lead. Blackburn have yet to have an attempt on target. So, fourth official Peter Wright will lift the board and tell us that Gardner Hickman has gone off at half-time. I can only think that is an injury. Some of his corner kicks were problematical, potentially problematical to Derby, but they eventually dealt with them really well. But Gardner Hickman hasn't returned for the second half. Montgomery on. '21-year-old Christy Montgomery. Big job at the heart of the midfield now to try and wrestle control of this match for the team in blue and white. They've won the last 6 home league meetings against Derby. Going to need a strong second half to keep that good run going. Two excellent headers from Morris and Adjumang as the away side in front. Scott Wharton wearing the protective boot. It's going to be a little while on the sidelines for the Rovers skipper. 3 months out for the goalkeeper after knee surgery. Picked up that problem, the Hungarian Toth, in that 1-0 win at Bristol City. Hedges. Miller. Morris was caught there by Henriksen. Quiet word, I think, for the Swede. Not the first little word from referee Kurt to Henriksen in this match. Wasn't a yellow card offence, but it was certainly a foul. Blackburn looking to be brave and hold a high line for the time being. A lot of space to drop this in behind for Elder. On by Matt Clark. Well, this is so far spoiling Blackburn's 150th anniversary match. Founded in 1875, 13 years later, they became one of 12 founding members of the English Football League. Dominated the English game in their early years. They won the FA Cup 5 times in an 8-year spell in the 19th century. 6th followed in 1928, were English League champions 1912, 1914. Good work from Ohashi. In by Alabiosu, but offside. A little bit better as they pick their way forward here, Blackburn. Alabiosu, though, just caught offside. Good defending by Sanderson. He saw the big picture there. Dion Sanderson stepped up, knew that Alabiosu would be offside. That third championship of England came for Blackburn Rovers. I'm sure many of you will remember it in 1995 under Kenny Dalglish, under the stewardship of the fondly remembered late Jack Walker, the former Blackburn owner and benefactor. Now then, goalkeeper staying at home for a moment. Morris leaping with Pears. I think the defenders were expecting the goalkeeper to come a lot earlier there. Just delayed his movement, Pears. You can see the nervous look from McLaughlin, the captain, to his goalkeeper. No damage done in the end. Matt Clark, Bobby Clark, now Elder. Seen very little of Gudjonsson, the player chasing down here. Hardly figured at all. You could attribute that to a number of players out there in blue and white. And a firm stranglehold here. Derby looking very strong. Don't forget, the away side had to make that early change, bringing on Ebu Adams to replace David Ozo. It was inside the opening 10 minutes. I think I didn't mention that they sent out the same starting 11. I omitted to mention that early substitution for the away side. Back four have been really solid. It's not just been about the back four, though. Teams defend well generally when it's a unit, collective. And everybody out there in the colours of Derby have done their job extremely well so far. Still a long way to go. Nice reception of the ball there by Morris. Alabiosu. McLaughlin to Hedges. Hashi quickly onto the loose ball. Not the best of touches from Ward. This is Deneve. Deflects off Joe Ward. Blackburn corner. Here's another player who needs to get into the game. Deneve, the Belgian. One of many Blackburn signings last summer. Came in from Kortrijk, as did the right back, Ryan Alabiosu. It might take a set piece for Blackburn to get on the score sheet. Created very little in open play. Morishita to take. Comfortable header out from Ajimang. Alabiosu. It's a wild swipe from Ohashi. Got 10 goals in all competitions last season. Yuki Ohashi will be targeting a similar number. He certainly will. It's going to keep Blackburn away from any relegation danger. They only just missed out on the playoffs last season by a couple of points. The lion's share of the work was done by the now Derby head coach John Eustace in having Blackburn in a handy position before he left here for Derby in February. It's a wild swipe there from Miller. Bounce of the ball is kind. Ambitious to construe that as a back pass from Brereton Diaz. Strong climb there from Sanderson. Brave. No foul. Referee with a perfect view of that. Here's Alabiosu. Montgomery. McLaughlin. Now Hedges. Deneve. McLaughlin. Sideways and backwards at the moment from Blackburn. There are no gaps. Miller. Morishita. Lucky to get a second bite at that, the Japanese midfielder. Here's Ohashi. Quickly in was Matt Clark. Now Montgomery. Alabiosu. Wins not a corner. Looked like he was going to spin out for the corner off Elder. Spun firmly back into play. Here's Morishita. Bobby Clark is there for Derby. Just trying to build some momentum here, Blackburn. They need to move the ball a little quicker. Movement off the ball could be a little smarter, I feel, from the home side. Derby are comfortable with this 2-0 lead. Asking Blackburn, what have you got? At the moment, it's very little. Ten minutes have elapsed in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. No foul. Both players tugging at one another's shirt there, and Henriksen can't find the pass. Just looking at the Blackburn Rovers substitutes bench today. We've got the Senegalese striker Maktar Gueye as a possible entrant into the game if scoreline stays the same for much longer. Experienced midfielder Adam Forshaw. And a great deal of attacking options on the bench for head coach Valérien Ismaël. There was a real air of optimism amongst the Blackburn supporters. He's a former Blackburn manager, highly respected Tony Mowbray, who's battled back from illness lately, and very good to see him. Miller. Alabiosu. McLaughlin. Every box ticked so far as Derby are concerned. The longer this goes on, the more and more frustrated Blackburn will become. Quite happy to sit on the 2-0 lead and try and hit on the counter, Derby. Home fans retaining their patience by and large, but it's getting stretched. Morishita, Alabiosu, good position here now for Blackburn. Turned away by Sanderson. Thinking about calling Miller forward for his first long throw of the second half. Had no joy from these long throws so far. McLaughlin, Hedges, Deneve, Morris just catching Christy Montgomery there, quickly taken free kick, space and time here for Miller. Alabiosu. He looks really frustrated, doesn't he? Valerian Ismail. Almost a puzzled look on his face. How do they solve the puzzle that Derby County have put before the home side here? Need to find some creativity from somewhere. Hedges and Brereton Diaz having a little coming together there. Almost as if Derby wouldn't want the international break. If it is to be 5 successive wins in the Championship, they just want to be playing every other day. The form they're in. It will be a 2-week break after today for them. Next time out, they will be at home to Watford, who drew last night at home to Bristol City 1-1 to get the weekend's Championship fixtures underway. Can't think it'll be too long before we see Matchday, strong Senegalese striker, offer a bit of physicality up the top end of the pitch for Blackburn. And they have a corner. And I do remind you, in the last home game, they were 1-0 down against Southampton up until the 76th minute. They scored twice to win. They're going to need 2 second-half goals here if they're going to get any kind of result. No, they have to score the next goal in the match, that is for sure. This will be kept in by Miller. Will he opt for the long throw this time? Back to Alabiosu. Almost like they've given up on those long throws. Derby have dealt with them so easily. And most of the players in the Derby County half But still, the goalkeeper unemployed, Zetterstrom. Here's Ohashi trying to change that all around. Sanderson in strongly. Oh, the referee says penalty against Dion Sanderson. Well, the Derby County players en masse surround referee Tom Kirk, who didn't waste too much time in pointing to the spot here. Did Sanderson get a foot on the ball? I don't think he did. I think it's Ohashi's initial touch. There. That's a good call from the referee. Sanderson didn't get a touch on the ball. Ohashi did. And it was enough to draw the defender into the challenge. Penalty to Blackburn. No VAR, of course, in the Championship. Blackburn players were quick to protect the penalty spot there. There were a number of Derby players around, just trying to disrupt matters. But this is a big moment in the match for Yuki Ohashi and Blackburn. This goalkeeper's had next to nothing to do. Jakob Zetterstrom. But this will put an entirely different complexion on the game and the atmosphere at Ewood Park if this penalty finds the back of the Derby County net. It's a long wait for Ohashi. Trying to compose himself. Goalkeeper trying to apply some mind games. Zetterstrom. This will be a huge lift for Blackburn if he scores. Ohashi. No problems, right down the middle. Game on. So often penalties down the middle are successful. Still a little over a quarter of the match remaining. Can Blackburn maintain their momentum? Good call from the referee, Tom Kirk. Wouldn't have had the best view of that. His assistant referee would have had a better view, probably nodded to the referee. That was a penalty. Callum Elder, meanwhile, shaping for a long throw here for Derby. Sanderson and Ohashi still having words about the penalty incident. It's a Derby corner. Joe Ward across to take. Changes a foot for Derby. Rhian Brewster and former Blackburn player Andy Vyman will be with us shortly. In by Ward. Further clear by Deneve. Miller defends well against Ward. Morishita suddenly energised now, Blackburn. And the yellow card for Bobby Clark. It's the first booking of the game, I recall. Good ball carry there from Morishita. Draws the foul out of Bobby Clark. The RB Salzburg loanee is booked. Paid Liverpool £10 million for Bobby Clark, RB Salzburg, and he was just 19. His 21st year now. Deneve with the Blackburn free kick. Flicked away off the head of Ward. Well, the atmosphere has really changed at Ewood Park now. Miller, certainly with a long throw this time, you would think. Looking for his captain on McLaughlin. Can't get there. Hedges. Montgomery. Pass, every tackle being roundly applauded now by the Blackburn fans. They're sensing something here. Morishita. Alabiosu. It's a waste of a cross in the end. He engineered a good position there, the fullback. So double Derby County substitution. Patrick Adjumang, scorer of Derby's second goal in the 45th minute. Gorgeous cross from Joe Ward. Adjumang with a perfect header, adding to the opening goal of the match. And the Derby captain, Carlton Morris. And that's the end of the USA International. Adjumang. Andy Weimann not being warmly welcomed back. Brereton Diaz. Particularly happy send-off for him either is another Blackburn ex-player. Brereton Diaz makes way. Andy Weimann was very popular here. With 7 league goals last season for Blackburn, Weimann. And Brewster, who came in as a free agent after leaving Sheffield United, joining Derby in the summer. So fresh legs at the top end of the pitch for Derby, who have been pegged back by that penalty kick from Yuki Ohashi. Morris, it's a clever pass. Bobby Clark. Morris trying to engineer the contact. Buries his face for a second or two in the turf, thinking he should have had a penalty. Carlton Morris, I think he was looking for it. Still complaining to referee Tom Kirk. Have another look at that in a moment. Spring in the step of the Blackburn players now. What a difference a goal can make. Away by Ebu Adams. Carlton Morris still in the ear of referee Tom Kirk over his penalty claim. Did he have a case? There's contact. It's minimal. No penalty. Correct decision from the referee. It would have been really soft had it been given in favour of Morris and Derby, who now face a long throw from Lewis Miller. Away by Matt Clark, who's had an excellent game for Derby. Oh, lovely back heel from Ebu Adams. This opens up the play really nicely for Derby County. Callum Elder. Oh, great cross, missed by Adams. He was offside anyway. But Ebu Adams could not have asked for a better ball in than the one delivered here by the educated left foot of Callum Elder, but he's clearly offside. Misjudged it anyway. Blackburn determined not to have their 150th club anniversary, which they celebrated this week, spoiled by a defeat. They produced a special 150th year anniversary matchday programme to celebrate their proud history. Featured interviews with record goal scorer Simon Garner, record appearance holder Derek Fazackerley. For a small town like Blackburn, they've had a rich history, this football club. As I mentioned earlier, one of the founder members, one of the 12 founder members of the English Football League. It's been a while since they've been amongst the elite. In 2008, the last time Derby were in the Premier League. 2012, since Blackburn were there. Derby fans don't have fond memories, to say the least, of their last season in the top flight in England. And they finished bottom with a record low points total of 11. Sorry, Derby fans, to remind you of that. Forward comes Miller again. Told you you'd need those strong arms. It's been double figures for long throws. If this indeed is to be a long throw, he wants someone short. That someone is Montgomery. Miller. Diving header away was effective from Matt Clark. More movement on the Blackburn substitutes bench. Going to be a double change shortly for the home side. Given away cheaply by Montgomery. Adam Forshaw, Makdar Gay are going to be the two new arrivals. Ohashi. Alabiosu. Morishita. Closed down well by Adams. He's done really well, Ebu Adams. Montgomery's challenge is a fair one, so the referee thought. Here's McLaughlin. Nice ball from Henriksen. In by Hedges. Not a bad try from Ohashi. Zetterstrom would expect to make the save, and did. Morishita. Referee in the way. Blackburn will make the changes now. Morishita coming off. Adam Forshaw will effectively take his place in midfield. And Matchday gets an opportunity, chomping at the bit to make an impression, the Senegalese striker. Forshaw, 34 years old now, very experienced. Close to 70 Premier League appearances. First one at Everton as a youngster, and then he played in the Premier League for Middlesbrough and Leeds. Matchday, 8 goals for Blackburn in all competitions last season. Can he make an impact in the minutes that remain here? Forshaw. Montgomery. Hedges. In by Deneve. Little drop for Alabiosu. Plenty in blue and white waiting for the cross. We'll wait for the corner, conceded by Elder. Well, they have got genuine momentum, Blackburn. It would be no great surprise if they were to equalise soon. 10 minutes of normal time remaining. It's a waste of a corner. So much height and presence in the penalty area, waiting for better delivery than that from Dion Deneve. Here's Hedges. McLaughlin. And away by Langas. Keeps coming back at Derby. Confirming that Henriksen went off in that double change. Along with Morishita for the home side. Here's Alabiosu. Appeals for handball. Blackburn players surround referee Tom Kirk, who signalled a corner. They were wanting something more here, Blackburn. It's outside the area anyway. Did strike the arm of Callum Elder. Wouldn't have been a penalty. But a corner given. Limping Joe Ward at the moment. Deneve needs to deliver a deeper one, and he does! So many attacking that in blue and white, maybe one too many. Perhaps got in their own way. It was a beautifully flighted corner, this, from Deneve. Gay didn't really get a sight of that. Had he done so, could well have been 2-2. He wants more. Ishmael. His side have given him plenty in the second half. Whatever he said at half-time has worked. They were anemic in the first, but take nothing away from Derby, who started really well and continued that right throughout the first half. He led 2-0 at the break, with Ohashi's penalty. And the home side right back in it. Time enough for recovery. Brewster will be a nuisance to Hedges. Ryan Alabiosu. McLaughlin. Montgomery. Forshaw. Nicely on by Hedges, and corner. Move off Langas. Quite read that, the Norwegian. The Belgian Dion Deneve will deliver another Blackburn corner. Can they make this one count? Comfortable header away for Elder. Counter-attacks on here if they keep it moving. Not accurately enough from Bobby Clark. 6 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Two teams on brilliant runs at the moment coming into this eagerly awaited fixture. 3 in a row wins for Blackburn, 4 in a row for Derby, who face another Blackburn corner. Relentless attacking from the home side. Alabiosu more like a right winger than a right back in the second half. The last corner from this side was an absolute delight from Deneve. He had 5 or 6 blue and white shirts really interested. Can he deliver this right into the heart again? No, he can't. Groan from the crowd. And immediately they change the corner kick taker. In fact, it's a throw, so Miller across to take. Forshaw's there for the short one. Miller's looking deep. Lewis Miller. Ohashi. Alert Zetterström. Took all the pressure off his defenders there. Swedish goalkeeper. Pairs will need to come quick and just it in the end. Ohashi. Good challenge from Adams. Foul by Ebu Adams. Referee is going to book the substitute, the early substitute in the match, Ebu Adams. Definitely caught his man there. No surprise to see the referee give a yellow for that. He's had a fine game since he came on inside 10 minutes for the injured David Ozo. Through a lot of work in midfield, Adams. A lot of unseen work, but not unseen by the coach. I can assure you of that. Deneve. It's another corner. Did Zetterström keep that in? No, he didn't. Really good effort. The attempt to do so from the goalkeeper. As we tick into minute number 88. A roar goes up from the Blackburn fans, who are here in good numbers today in the week of their 150th club anniversary. Towering header away by Morris. Deneve forced backwards. Adam Forshaw. Montgomery to Hedges. Forshaw again. Give away. Langas. Fulsom in there as he fell. A couple of late changes coming up for... I'm surprised, but this was his wonderfully judged header that had Derby in front in the 19th minute. Played a part in the second goal as well, with the pass and Joe Ward's cross, the thumping Patrick Agyemang header. The big favourite already amongst the Derby fans. 10 goals for the season already for Morris. Fine acquisition in the summer from Luton Town. So Salverson is on, who got the winning goal in midweek for Derby. 23 seconds after coming off the substitutes bench, he got the winner in the 2-1 victory over Hull last Tuesday. And there's Danny Batt making a quick return to Ewood Park to see out the remaining minutes here. We're already into the second of a minimum of 4 additional minutes. Might be a little more to be added on there with those substitutions that Derby County made. Had to do a lot of defending the away side in the second half. A much better second half performance from Blackburn. Are they going to get any reward for it? Elder. Swept further clear by Matt Clark. Time enough for Blackburn to make another chance. McLaughlin. Hedges. Has he won the corner? No. Forshaw. Hedges. Miller. Look at the number of blue and white shirts forward here. Montgomery. Miller unable to link with Alabiosu. Anywhere would do for Derby. Montgomery. Fouled by Salverson. It's going to be a very quick booking. Almost as quick as the goal he scored off the bench in midweek for the Norwegian Salverson. Carded. He'll take that though, runs the clock down a little further for Derby. Prepares to launch it as we step into the last of the minimum of 4 additional minutes. Here's Gay. There's way too much on that from Makdar Gay. Derby will be in no hurry at all over this goal kick. Looks as though they've done enough. Valerian Ishmael, who took over the Blackburn job from his opposite number today, John Eustace. But it's Eustace and the gleeful Derby fans who look as though they're going to win the day. And they are flying up the table. It's another good kick out, and this is Gay. Needs support. Still, Makdar Gay, was a little pull on the shirt there, I thought, by Sanderson. Blackburn fans up in arms, but now at the other end, Salverson's away, and he can bury the match now. Not enough on it. Away by Miller. It may not matter for Salverson, it doesn't matter for the Norwegian. Should have scored. There was a brief scare for Carlton Morris and Derby at the other end. But John Eustace comes back to his former club and makes it 5 wins in a row. Morris and Agyemang, the first half heroes with excellent headers. It looked comfortable at that stage for Derby. A real fight back from Blackburn. Ohashi penalty And they really asked plenty of the Derby defence after that, but they couldn't quite find the equaliser. Full time at Ewood Park, Blackburn Rovers 1, Derby County 2.